Welcome to WebStylePress. You can write less CSS code yet do more. Nope, not the less SAS or SCSS. In SCSS or less, you write less code, but the output is still the same as of regular CSS file. In some cases, more than regular CSS code due to additional CSS code for browser prefixing. Instead, you can use CSS pseudo class functions like is or where and group multiple CSS selectors to actually write less code. Use CSS pseudo class functions. Is and where CSS pseudo class functions reduce repetition in CSS markup by shortening lists of CSS selectors. Consider this HTML code. We have few paragraphs contained in section and few paragraphs without section. So section with class WSP1 and inside there's a paragraph with a link. Here we have simple paragraph with a link. Here again section with class WSP2, paragraph with a link. And then simple paragraph with link, and here section with class WSP3 with paragraph and link, and section with class WSP4 with paragraph and link. Then we have got a block quote. Inside we have got some tags like strong, span and b. And here is our basic styling. WSP1, WSP2, WSP3 and WSP4 we have used border, some padding and margin bottom. We don't need that. So these are the sections with paragraph and link, and this is simple paragraph. If I want to change color for paragraphs and links that are inside sections selectively, how do we do it in regular CSS? So WSP1P 2, 3, 4. Let's say color red. And for the links, WSP1PA, WSP2 PA, WSP3 PA and WSP4 PA. Like this, right? Imagine if we have many selectors. I have experience with writing CSS in WordPress, and if you also do, you know how often devs repeat parent selectors and how much bigger the code gets. So instead, in CSS, we can use is and where functions. It is like is WSP1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll select paragraph inside these and we'll use color red. Also to select anchor, we can use it like this. Keep each parent selector inside an argument and outside will be inner selector. We saved ourselves to repeat paragraph and anchor selectors. And this code will not be compiled or anything. This is the CSS code that browser will handle. Same is the case with where. Instead of is, you can also write it like this. You can also use where. It will have same output. I'll explain the difference between is and where in a bit. Now here is the block quote. We have got strong, span and b tags inside it. If we have to select all those elements in block quote by using regular CSS, we'll do it like this. block quote strong, block quote span, block quote B. We will use color red, background color yellow, and some font weight. These three. But we can also write it like this. Block quote is strong or span or B, and similar styles. We'll comment this and it will have same output. And later, let's say if you have to add more elements in the list, it's very simple. Let's say if you want to add another class here, .fa, it's very simple. You will just mention it here. While here, you'll have to write the whole block quote and then .fa like this. Okay, this is how we use is and where. And these are similar. Is and where are similar. Then what is the difference between is and where? Difference is specificity. Where is more forgiving, while is will give you tough time if you want to override style down the line. Is CSS pseudo class function is a lot more specific, whereas the specificity of where is always 0. So where CSS pseudo class function is a lot easier to override further down the line. Let's say if I want to override style for B from the list of these selectors while using is CSS pseudo class function, I will do it like block quote B, let's say color white and background color black. No effect, right? But if I use where instead of is here, you see this has been overwritten. So where is more forgiving. So I recommend where CSS pseudo class function more than is CSS pseudo class function. By definition, the is and where CSS pseudo class functions take a selector list as its argument and select any element that can be selected by one of the selectors in the list. This is useful for writing large selectors in a more compact form. As far as web browser support is concerned, is CSS pseudo class function is not supported by Edge or IE right now, while where CSS pseudo class function is supported by Edge but not Internet Explorer. Alright, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.